the forgotten son of Zeus. The wind howled through the cliffs of Mount Olympus, carrying with it a secret the gods wished to erase. It was a story older than time, buried beneath the weight of divine power and jealousy. A tale of a demigod so powerful, so dangerous, that Zeus himself sought to wipe his name from existence. His name was Kyros, the forgotten son of Zeus. A prophecy foretold. In the quiet sanctum of an ancient temple, under the pale light of the moon, the oracle Ilaria knelt before a pool of water, her breath shallow, her hands trembling. The visions came in violent flashes, flames engulfing Olympus, gods falling from the sky, and in the center of it all, a lone warrior with eyes like thunder and fire. Ilaria gasped, clutching her chest. The prophecy was clear. A child, born of Zeus, destined to defy the gods. A sudden gust of wind sent the temple torches flickering wildly. A shadow formed in the doorway, and then, with a crack of thunder, Zeus himself appeared. His golden robes shimmered with celestial energy, but his face was filled with something rare for a god. Fear. "You have seen it," Zeus murmured. It was not a question. Ilaria nodded. "You must hide him," Zeus commanded. "If Hera discovers his existence, she will stop at nothing to destroy him." Ilaria's heart pounded. She knew the wrath of Hera, Zeus' vengeful wife. She had witnessed it before, mothers torn from their children, entire bloodlines wiped from history. "Where can he go?" she asked, her voice barely a whisper. Zeus hesitated, then spoke a name that had not been uttered in centuries. The Titans, raised by the gods' enemies. Deep within the valley of Tartarus, where the forgotten and the forsaken dwelled, the ancient Titans stirred. Prometheus, the Titan who once defied Zeus by gifting fire to mankind, stood before the infant Kyros, cradling the child in his massive hands. "He will be unlike any demigod before him," Prometheus mused. "Not raised by men, not raised by gods, but by those who know what it means to defy Olympus." And so Kyros was raised in secret, hidden from the watchful eyes of Hera and the Olympians. Unlike Hercules, who was trained in brute strength, Kyros was taught wisdom, strategy, and the power of foresight. He learned from Atlas how to bear the weight of impossible burdens, from Hyperion how to wield the light of the sun, and from Prometheus how to think beyond the limitations of a god's arrogance. By the time he was 16, Kyros could defeat creatures of the underworld with nothing but a blade and his mind. By 20, he could outthink even Athena's most skilled warriors. Yet something always felt missing. One night, as he gazed at the stars, he heard a whisper on the wind, a voice that sent shivers through his spine. "Find me, my son, before it is too late." A journey into the underworld. Determined to uncover the truth of his origins, Kyros embarked on a journey to the underworld. He knew that if anyone held the knowledge Zeus had hidden, it would be Hades, Lord of the Dead. The entrance to the underworld loomed before him, a cavernous maw of darkness and swirling mist. As he stepped inside, the wails of lost souls echoed around him, and the river Styx glowed with an eerie light. At the heart of the underworld, seated upon a throne of obsidian and shadows, was Hades himself. "Ah," the god of the dead murmured, his voice smooth as silk. "The forgotten prince has come to seek his past." Kyros stepped forward, his eyes locked onto Hades. "Tell me the truth. Who am I?" Hades smirked. "You are the one thing the gods fear, a child of Zeus who does not bow to Olympus." Kyros's breath hitched. "You were never meant to exist," Hades continued. "Your name was stricken from the records, your mother hidden away." "Zeus feared you would be his undoing." Kyros clenched his fists. "Then why did he let me live?" Hades chuckled darkly. "Who said he let you live? He simply failed to find you." A weight settled in Kyros's chest. His entire life had been built on a lie, the battle for Olympus. Fueled by rage and destiny, Kyros ascended Mount Olympus, his footsteps shaking the earth beneath him. As he reached the Golden Gates, the gods stood waiting: Ares, Athena, Hermes, and at the center of them all, Zeus himself. Zeus's eyes burned with lightning. "You should not be here." Kyros unsheathed his celestial bronze sword, the blade gleaming with Titan fire. "You took my mother, you took my name, but you will not take my fate." With a war cry, Ares lunged first, his spear whistling through the air. Kyros sidestepped and countered with a crushing blow, sending the god of war sprawling. Hermes struck next, but Kyros anticipated his every move, using the wisdom of the Titans to counter the god of speed. Finally, Zeus raised his hand. The sky darkened. Thunder rumbled. With a roar, he unleashed a bolt of pure lightning. The world turned white, the silence of history. When the storm cleared, Kyros was gone. No body, no trace. Only the echo of his name, a whisper in the wind, and the scorched ruins of where he had stood. Zeus lowered his hand, his expression unreadable. "Erase him from the records. Let no mortal remember his name." And so Kyros was lost to time, but legends never truly die. A final whisper. 1,000 years later, in the ruins of an ancient temple, an archaeologist brushes dust from a crumbling stone. Faintly inscribed on its surface, a single name emerges: Kyros. And somewhere in the depths of history, a voice stirs: he will return. Please like and subscribe and make sure you leave a comment.